Done.
You might think we're assholes, but we're dickish at best.
Hey everybody, to Dickish at Best, the world's most terribly recorded, on time, off-topic podcast on
Got
YouTube.
a second attempt and still couldn't think of a better intro.
My name is, no, I was laughing at Blaze trying to steal my phone. My name is Saul, and along my left is...
You forgot which side was your left for a second, didn't you?
No, I said it last time, and I still looked at you because you didn't say nothing last time.
Well, hold on. Stage left is Brett.
Yeah.
My left.
Your left is
Yeah,
Blaze.
I specifically specified my left.
But when you're recording a video that you know is mirrored, aren't you supposed to say based off of stage left and stage right?
No, because if you can't interpret somebody else's left or right, big word.
No, I'm just...
The balls that you have to say that interprets apparently a big word. Okay.
And what's alongside me is...
You didn't...
You threw like a... Was that a hair bomb?
Yes, it was.
You mess up my hair? Nah. Alongside my left is Blaze, and alongside my right is
Theodore.
Brett.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you introducing me like that.
That's what I appreciate about you.
You know what I appreciate?
Why does that sound like it's Letterkenny?
It is Letter.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
I've not watched that show, but I've heard good things.
I saw the big guy, actually, so I guess we can go ahead and start into that. I saw the big guy, and I don't know his name in the show. I can't remember it.
He's called Squirrely Dan in the show.
Squirrely Dan, okay.
I remember his real name.
He had
a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, I saw a stand-up the other day.
They do a tongue-in-cheek reference about him.
Oh, nice.
About himself.
He was talking about how apparently in Canada there's
Captain
only
Crunch.
one Captain Crunch. I was like, what the fuck?
See, that's the skit he brought up in the show. He's like, did you know? Because they're talking about America. And then they have all sorts of Captain Crunch. How do you know? Oh, I heard a comedian talk about it. Oh, pretty good guy. Oh, he's a little bit long-winded, but he seemed all right.
That's good.
If you could only live on one variation of Captain Crunch, what would it be?
Oops, all berries
can we
is
just,
a problem.
It makes your poop green.
It does.
So does Purple Gatorade.
I'm peanut butter crunch to the end.
I won't say peanut butter crunch is my
Man,
If
I don't
anyone
know.
says regular Captain Crunch, you can just
No,
press the
it's regular-
unsubscribe button and get the fuck out of here.
Is regular Captain Crunch, is that literally just like the yellow...
The barrels
the
Yeah,
barrels?
is what
Is
it's
that-
supposed to be.
Are there barrels?
Yeah, they're supposed to be barrels.
God damn. I'm almost 28 years old. And I just learned that.
Oh, I'm sorry, not barrels. Treasure chests.
Okay.
My bad. I said the wrong thing.
I
In my
still,
mind,
I
I
still
thought I said
didn't
treasure
know
chests,
that they were
yes.
even supposed to be anything, but that makes more sense.
I didn't think they were
barrels
supposed to be
weren't
anything
too
either.
bad. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
he's fucking
He's a
pirate, I
pirate,
guess.
so yeah, barrels of rum or something.
He's not a pirate. He is a captain. And he is wearing a blue uniform. He clearly has all the naval ranks, except for the fact that he doesn't because
What
captain
was-
is not an official rank.
He
What was
has a
that
bunch
chip
of kids
mix
on his boat.
they had at school? We talked about this before.
What was
It had like Captain
Check mix?
chip mix. It had like Captain Crunch, popcorn.
The fuck are you talking?
He has talked about this before, but I don't think we ever landed on the answer of what it was.
We've made Captain Crunch Rice Krispies, marshmallow treats. Since I'm trying to remember who I got in that. Was that you?
I think it was me.
Yeah.
It's not a Rice Krispie treat. There's no Rice Krispies.
Well, technically it's not.
I said a Captain Crunch Rice Krispie treat. Yeah.
Well, but where my mind goes is that you took Rice Krispies and marshmallows and then also put...
No, I just took we took marshmallow.
Captain
We made
Crunch
Captain Crunch marshmallow squares.
You know, that's not hard to do, is it?
No, it's
no,
not.
it's very easy.
Like,
yeah.
do you actually
delicious.
use marshmallows
Fruity-
or marshmallow cream?
marshmallows. Melt
And you
them
melt
down.
them. Dude, it's amazing with Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
So good.
I bet that is pretty good. I bet it's even
we
better
did
with
it.
like Lucky
No,
Charms.
Jess did them with Cocoa Pebbles one day, then put like chocolate syrup on top, like a chocolate drizzle.
That sounds good.
It was fucking delicious.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That sounds like something my family used to make. At all of our family reunions, one of my aunts used to bring like this weird chocolate treat, and I don't remember what it was, but I really want to say it was like fudge mixed with Rice Krispies, but they were drizzled with like a dark fudge sauce, and then they were frozen.
Oh.
And you just eat them out of a sandwich bag.
Sometimes people will use the Rice Krispies to create like the aerated like chocolate
Yeah.
style without actually having to push air into it like you do on the other ones. Like you remember those chocolate bars that were they Cadbury or what were they called? That Dan had sent us and we tried out.
Oh, I think they were Cadbury.
But they were like real Cadbury.
Yeah,
from
they were actually
overseas.
aerated Cadbury.
Yeah, they were aerated and essentially
Those were good.
They were very good.
Everything Dan sent us was very good.
Yeah, but either way, it's not something that you see too often here.
What episode was that? Like 15 or 16?
Like 50.
Was it?
Yeah. wasn't that long ago. We were still in the other room, but I mean, anyway, yeah, what you can do with treats and all that is crazy.
Well, when you're talking about barrels, here's my new thing I want to do. I want to find a barrel and put maple syrup in it. Apparently, aging maple syrup in bourbon barrels is a thing, and it's supposed to be just awesome. Not.
Now, when you say bourbon barrels that previously had bourbon in them?
But they do them both ways.
Okay.
Some people prefer that one. Some people prefer the other. Because, the way the barrels work is, and the reason why bourbon comes from America, the way it aerates. Because, it actually pushes, due to the temperature of climate, it'll push whatever's in it into the parts of it, into the pores of the wood and come back out.
Yes, yeah.
That's where the flavor comes from. And,
and the coloring.
The coloring, yeah. So syrup still does that too. And
interesting. So I would have imagined it would be too
That's
viscous.
why they charge.
But I guess not. It comes out of a tree. So
yeah, it comes out of a tree.
Yeah, so
they char the inside of those barrels. So used bourbon barrels are still charred, and it has bourbon in the wood that then infuses with the syrup. Or you can just do it plain. Either way, I love fucking syrup, and I think a barrel of it just in case the Y3K does happen to be.
I've never had real maple syrup that I like.
Oh my god!
No, dude, get
what world do you live in?
The world where Aunt Jemima is my family. Like
no,
that's
you gotta pay for good maple syrup.
Yeah,
though.
But where? Is Walmart even a place to go for this? Is Walmart even a place to go for this?
Yeah, Walmart has one brand that's really good, and I can't remember. It's in a glass bottle.
Yeah, that's the one I had that I did not like. It tasted bitter.
Well, there's different. There's so much syrup.
There's a
glass jug one that I've gotten before that was like from Canada, big maple flag on it. It was like $25 for a decent little jug though, but it's fucking delicious. It's not like a soak your pancake in type of thing though.
See, that's how I eat pancakes. I don't drizzle things. I soak it.
You can. I mean, I'm not gonna say you can't.
But I'm just
like $5 down the drain.
I'm a man of value.
Well, part of it's also that's that, but also that maple syrup is very thick. Like when you get to a point where so like the butter flavored syrup that Aunt Jemima and stuff
That's
is
disgusting. First of all, I get the original.
Okay, it's still just basic syrup.
Yeah.
Excuse me. All that's like really.
Do you put?
It's not very thick.
Them?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like the butter.
Actually, I don't think the butter flavored is a good substitute. No, even if that's all I have, I still put real butter on.
We're a butter eating family.
We're a butter eating.
Butter's so good on
region.
things.
You didn't come over. You haven't got to see my Amish butter yet.
You know what?
Big ass roll of butter. I don't even know how they got it into a roll.
When we finally do get the chance for all of us to hang out, I'm gonna have Annie make y'all a loaf of bread. She made this really, really good seasoned bread that was fucking phenomenal.
I saw your picture.
Dude,
getting all
it was
fancy,
so good.
acting like you were a chef, knowing your ass can't cook.
So good. First of all, I didn't make either one of those things that
I'm
I
just
posted a
messing
picture
with you.
of.
Who, whenever y'all do y'all's little, pulled pork situation.
That's me.
Do you primarily do that?
Yeah,
Man, it's not like you're doing anything hard, to be fair, but I was just curious.
You can mess up pulled pork in a lot of different ways.
And he doesn't pull your pork?
On the weekends.
That sounds about right.
That doesn't involve a slow cooker, though.
If it did, it'd be a lot more interesting. What do you do in the slow cooker? We introduced it into the bed.
It's in Europe. It's called edging.
But yeah, you can really mess up pulled pork. Like there's a lot of different ways you can make. You can make a really, really bad salt or seasoning base for it. You can do all kinds of things.
I mean, fair, but I guess what I mean is once you're done with that, when it comes to the point where you're slow cooking it, it's hard to. It's definitely because you're doing it in something that's made specifically for that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a lot easier than trying to do something like smoking it or something like that. There's a lot more things that are involved with that. It's a little more.
I just can't own a smoker inside my apartment. So.
Yeah. Put one out on your balcony.
There's actually very strict rules on that too. I remember reading that, like you cannot have any open fire or grill on your balcony. Somebody messed this up.
That's why you get one of those pellet ones. It's technically not.
Are you got a smokeless grill?
Well, those pellet ones don't really smoke. I mean,
He's talking about the smoker, right? That uses pellets.
There's smokers that use pellets. They're like wood pellets. It creates more of a, instead of being smoky, it's more of a simmer, like a.
Oh, okay.
It's coals, but it's with wood. It's real interesting.
Well, my balcony faces the parking lot and the office, so it's still probably not a good place. Now, if it faced like the neighborhood behind me,
with the none on but the apron.
There we go. But yeah, I was actually telling Brett, like I eventually want to get a cast iron pan and make steaks in my cast iron pan and see how that goes.
We've transitioned to where we we use just cast iron.
So is what I read online about cast iron, like you want to season it really well the first time you use it, so it's seasoned for pretty much
A lot
life.
of them come pre-seasoned, and you're not going to be able to season it for life. You have to
Well, for a good longevity of
it's
the
kind of
pan.
like for a good you'll know when you need to re-season it because your shit will stick.
Yeah, it's all dry too.
Well,
But
it's not even just that. Like you'll know right when. Like you can just tell from looking at it. It looks different.
What measurements do you take? Do you have to take any measurements for yours after you cook, or do you just not?
It depends. We have one that's just a meat pan. Meat pan just sits.
Yeah. See, because I was reading that like you want to take you want to give it a salt bath every time you get done.
If you
cooking it.
want
Then
to, I guess. But I mean, if you have some that's been handed down from, your great great grandma or something, but I mean, if you're getting just a decent brand shit, just fucking use it and season it right.
Man, the old ones, like I don't really,
Yeah,
because I mainly use ours for me.
Yeah, you don't.
And I don't really
ever
wash
have
it
to
very
wash
often.
them.
See, I heard if you don't wash them, stuff like, especially when you're making a really nice crunchy like skin for a steak on there, like when you're searing it, anything that's left in the pan will stick, and it's hard to get off. Near impossible to get off is what they say.
Dude,
I haven't had that
washing it would make
situation.
it. You try not to get it wet.
Well, you do a salt bath, and then you'd rinse it, and then you would put it back on the pan, and then let all the water boil back off. Is what I read.
Dude, the one that we even just the preseason, the one newest one, I cooked sausage and eggs on it. I shit you not, every day for probably it's turkey sausage, so it's not as greasy or whatever. So, but I cooked on it like every day for 2.5 weeks, or since Christmas up until the other day, and that's just then started getting to where it was like, oh, we need to re-season it.
Yeah.
And that's me cooking on it, let alone Jess, that cooks about every day with it on that one. Because that one's one that it's wider and it comes with like a top.
Yeah, I forget the brand, but I see them at Target, and I actually looked them up once, and apparently they're really good. It's like a yellow label.
Lodge.
That's it, yeah.
They're fine.
Yeah.
That's what we have most of. It's one of those things, it's kind of like axe heads and stuff. You want to try to find older stuff because the steel is made different.
Yeah.
But it's like, in this case, this is made well enough. It's like, okay, just don't get a cheap one.
Well, I really want to like go and get like a nice ribeye or a nice sirloin from like Lagna or whatever it's called, and then just take that home. Lagniappe. Well, see, you say it one way. How do you say it?
Lagniappe.
Lagniappe. So whatever it's called.
It's French. The G would be silent.
Yeah.
But I want to get one like and take it home and try to bring it
yeah,
there one
that'd be
weekend.
Fuck what I know. Only took French 4 years.
Yeah. What would it be, Lagniappe?
I have no fucking clue. It's not French. It's fucking Cajun French, which is a blasphemy.
That's also true. It's not real French.
It's
yes. It's New Orleans French.
Oh.
Yeah.
Weird.
But it's still rooted in French. Is essentially what I'm saying. To be fair, we'd have to go to the owner and be like, "How the fuck do you say the name of this business?"
If I'm in there when I get some steaks,
You gonna ask him?
I'm gonna ask them. Like, so I got a question I'm sure you get every day. How do you say the store's name?
I want to go. Untimely joke. But go ask him. So is the kangaroo meat price going up? His supplies kind of.
That's a good one.
He does sell bison there though, which is interesting. I always want to try bison.
Did you know they only do like not even 20 bison tags a year?
It's not surprising because they were.
And then 20% of those hunts are. Yeah, they're endangered. There's a lot of. In fact, I can follow a couple of groups on Instagram that do like exclusive bison ranches and try to get them, going and breeding and stuff. Big motherfuckers.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Can you imagine taking one of those? It's like, well, you got a fucking spear or a crossbow.
They're probably like what 800 pounds too on big ones.
No,
Way
they're like,
more
they're
than
like
that,
32
dude.
to 4.
Yeah.
Whew.
Think about how heavy a cow is.
And this is a big mean cow.
And yes,
I like that phrase, like a big mean cow.
I mean, more or less.
Cows are pretty even natured, dude. They're a lot less assholish than horses.
And to be fair, I actually don't know. Is a bison in the same actual family as a cow?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea.
I don't know either.
I wouldn't doubt it if it's a male cousin of the cow.
It's probably some sort of. They call them bulls still.
So I would imagine
it's some sort of
some
steer.
form of bovine.
Bovine. That's an appropriate word.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
always funny when people.
Dude, I hit a fucking owl last night. I completely. I was going to the gym.
Too bad Casey's not here. Casey hit
it
one on the way to All Falls Aside
It
concert.
scared the piss out of me, like because I saw it in my peripheral because it was this is 2:30 in the morning going to the gym, and on Sugar Hill the big lake house thing.
Yep.
in the corner. I saw it, but it was fucking like, I just saw the brown. I was like, what the fuck is wrong? I was like, Mothman, like, and then like, and just whack. I was like, oh shit, my window's gonna break because I thought, but I managed it, got it right on the driver's side corner.
He hit your windshield. Okay,
yeah, no, dude, it was fucking like,
dude, if they're big enough, they'll fuck up your grill.
That's why it scared the shit out of me because I was like, what? Because I thought it was gonna go straight through my window, but I hit it on the corner, and it just, the most sickening. And it just flew out. I was like, oh.
You said, and it flew away?
No, it flew backwards. I don't know, not away.
It technically flew
yeah,
in a direction that was away from the vehicle.
It probably bounced.
I was getting close up to you. That is terrifying. Like, even if you're not driving.
Oh, yeah, driving the mountain, it scared the piss out of me. Like, it was one of those where I, like, I was like, because, you try to steer, because you don't want to steer around when you see stuff like that, because you do that.
That's true.
Especially on something like Sugar Hill at night.
Oh, yeah.
You can either go off that road or hit someone pretty quick.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well.
Then again, though, it's like you said, I probably would have that, like, legit somewhat thought of, like, it is Mothman. It's finally happening.
Because you're going 60 down a road in the middle of the night. You don't know what that is.
Yeah, well.
I was like, I was like, because all I knew.
The speed limit there's 40.
The speed limit there is 55.
We're not incriminating anybody.
It's 55.
I think you're right, yeah.
But there's a fence there. I thought it was a deer jumping over the fence because it was right in that, by the fence, and then where my peripheral was, it was in that kind of, I was like, oh, fuck, here we go. Because, that's
one of those rare flying deer.
No, it wasn't. I thought it was jumping over a fence because I've seen, when I lived out in Genoa, I'd see a deer every day on the way home.
Yeah.
Imagine if you're on your bike. Even more scary.
No, because then you're not going to fucking... I'm glad I avoided that.
I don't know.
Or, how you looking now? Ching ching.
I should say on your motorcycle.
I think you was on your motorcycle.
On your motorcycle? Yeah, that'd be pretty fucking bad. It hit you in the face and probably break your fucking neck.
I was sitting here thinking, why the fuck does he have a bicycle bell on his motorcycle?
I don't know if an owl's big enough. Like an eagle?
I don't know.
Fucked around and hit an eagle somehow?
That meme going around with the Ooga horn being, or the honk honk horn being on a AR. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
Blaze, if we started up an Airsoft league, would you play with us?
Yeah.
There we go. I was telling Brett about this.
Another expensive hobby.
Just what we need, yeah. More things to pour a bunch of money into and barely have time for.
Hell yeah, brother. That's the best hobbies. So when you play them, they're that much more fun.
That is true. I really missed when we were doing paintball. Though, dude, the funny thing about paintball's
like disappeared. We were talking about that the other day.
Andrew was just being a
bitch
about it.
There's tons of people at work I can call up because we were talking about Airsoft, and then the supervisor, the older Mac, it's like, so they look like, and we start showing him, he's like, that looks like a fucking gun.
Dude,
that's actually, that's a weird thing.
One thing I want really badly, it's a brand of Airsoft. It's WE or we, I don't know how do you say it, but it's a pistol. It's CO2 or green gas. And that thing is like $100, and that thing looks undoubtedly like a real gun. Like, I was watching a review on it on YouTube. Every part of that gun did not look.
A lot of them get take apart. And they're similarly constructed for those enthusiasts on it.
And what's cool is this gun was what they call a knockback. So like it literally the slide would eject back as you shot it with it, since it's CO2.
That's cool. Yeah.
So it actually had looked like actual little bit of recoil on it. I'm like, man, that'd be so cool to have like an all pistol airsoft war or something and go find woods and all those like team up.
Well,
and,
the knockback on a normal gun, that's what reloads your gun for you, right?
Yeah,
on like a pistol.
It slides back and it injects the bullet in and slides it back into the barrel.
Well, it's pretty neat when you think about it because that's all caused from the force of
and
sliding it back.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was looking at, like, we have some really cool woods around here that we could easily go play Airsoft in and like do capture the flag 3v3 or something. All we need, because if it's us three, Seth and Andrew, we just need one more person. We can do 3v3.
I've got 64 acres of woods near Hot Springs. So.
We'll make it a whole day trip.
We can make it like once a month where we all get together, and even if people who are iffy about it, I'll buy them a gun. I'll buy another gun and let them use it. I don't care.
Let's just use real guns. Quit being a little bitch.
That's called the Hunger Games. Or technically, it's called Battle Royale.
I don't think we need to do a battle royale in the middle of Arkansas. I'm pretty sure there's some things that you don't want to do with that. Oh man,
you could make it like a kids league. Like the battle bus is arriving at 9 p.m.
with real guns with kids. Is this Order 66? Are we fucking...
Mr. Skywalker, what are we going to do?
That would be terrible. Oh man,
You think Andrew would cry if we played Airsoft?
I don't know, man. He
I
cried during.
Well, I was trying to tell him like
paintball.
I was trying to tell him a CO2 airsoft gun does not hurt as much as a paintball, but it hurts.
It's still CO2.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same.
Well, it's the paintball. Like you leave paintball with welts on you everywhere. You don't leave airsoft with welts like that.
Little mosquito bite looking.
Yeah, but not as bad. Not bruised and almost
but
bloodied.
you also get shot with like 4 or 5 of them pretty quick. Hell,
It's true.
You used to have one that does a 3-round burst.
Yeah, I mean, we can get full auto ones if we were playing, or we could just do pistols or like semi-automatic rifles.
My dad used to have one that we shot when we were kids.
No, here's what Andrew said. I want to get a sniper rifle. I'm gonna.
He actually did say that.
I'll sit and not get hit. He kept saying that about paintball. He's like, I'll just sit somewhere I can't get hit, but I can peg off. I'm like, well, what the fuck is the plan of that? That's so unfair to everyone.
Not
else.
only that, but like if you can peg someone off, they can peg you off. Just like it's just like
you like getting pegged off?
No.
do you like getting pegged? Is that a thing you like?
I mean, so if you say you don't, well, if you say you don't like it, that means you've tried it and you disliked it.
No, I mean I can tell you right now, I'm not gonna like mushroom cake because I don't like mushrooms. I can tell you right now, I'm not gonna get like pegged.
So hold on, so you've had something up your ass?
No, I was gonna say I can tell you right now, I don't like pegging because I don't like penises.
It's not a real penis.
I can tell you I don't like pegging because I don't like fallacies.
That's a wrong word, but
it is. But
Yeah,
it's like phallus, but
it
it's
made him feel clever.
or phallic, but it's
Xerxes. Is that like Xerxes' weird cousin? Xerxes. Xerxes has fallen.
this is a new.
It's phallic eye
Yeah.
for multiple phalluses.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
You got awfully red talking about things in your butt. So
I'm just laughing because we're making dumb fucking jokes.
These are all dumb jokes, yes. Oh, man. Do y'all remember the... I don't know if maybe you didn't watch it during the thing where every movie was trying to do the scary movie success thing, where they had like the superhero movie and epic movie and all
those
that.
were all made by the same people.
They are. I thought.
Okay.
Yeah, they are. Because they were trying to follow the success that the horror genre has. It's like, if we can parody other genres, what can we do? There was one that was called Meet the Spartans.
Oh, I think it was like Movie 43.
Oh, yeah.
No, but that one is crazy and wild and very odd.
As shit.
But no, this one's Meet the Spartans, and it was a parody of 300, and it had a couple of other things in it. But there's a scene where King Leonidas stands up, and one of the big things about that movie is like all the dudes like looked incredibly buff, and it was like there's a scene where it's like the whole setup is like, oh, you're just trying to show me that Gerard Butler is well endowed. And then in that scene, he stands up and his loincloth falls off and he's just smooth there. There's nothing there. It's like weirdly... it was just a very odd scene. And then the Xerxes thing happened. And the only reason... It's because I brought up Xerxes for whatever reason, but...
Oh, I thought it was because we were talking about fallacies.
No, but the guy who played Xerxes... character in that was the fat guy from Borat who's in the elevator with Sacha Baron Cohen when they're fighting and like they're pulling each other's pants and stuff off.
Was that Borat that scene was in? I thought it was
it was Borat.
Okay, I thought it was another Sacha Baron Cohen thing.
No, that one was Borat. It was like the fat. I don't know what race he was or like what area he was from, but still he fit. He had like an Armenian or some kind of Middle Asian look that would work for trying to be Persian.
Yeah.
And anyway, so it was him, and he was just fat. It was just a very odd movie. It was a weird time in movies where everything was trying to parody. That doesn't really happen anymore. Though there has been a couple of new scary movies, apparently. So the spoofing of horror movies is still going on pretty easily. Is that because of YouTube? Is it harder to spoof stuff because people can just do it on their own way quicker than you could ever get to it?
Spoof almost
Probably
sounds like
so.
a slur.
I mean, I guess it's kind of similar to a different one that's,
No, I mean, yeah, but it sounds like it'd be one. That's a weird word.
I've always wondered my entire life, and I know it's not.
Okay, unless
Clearly.
I know. Don't even say it if you don't know.
Well,
I know spoof's not a racial slur. I'm saying, or not racial or whatever.
Oh, I know why it is. It's because it's very similar to, and not for the purposes,
No.
SPOOK is one.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
That's
Yep,
why I
yep.
think it sounds familiar. Which I haven't heard someone use that one in so long. That's like the old people.
That makes sense.
Super
That's
old
why.
people.
That's why it triggers something like, huh? Yeah.
Like, the ones where like randomly like your old person will say something that you've never heard and you're like, I didn't even know that was apparently a derogatory term.
My dad had he's been dead for probably 10 years or so, if not more.
Your dad?
Had old black friend, that like old black guy that was super racist against black people.
Oh, Uncle Ruckus?
Yeah, I mean, well,
So Uncle Tom.
it was weird.
Well, Uncle Ruckus is talking about the character from
I know.
Boondocks.
No,
Tom was,
that was a really weird because you're talking about old people and using words all of a sudden being weird. Like him, it was like every time I was like, wow.
Yeah. No, there's like I think it was
why
you.
like why?
No, exactly. And you'd be like, I don't even. First of all, I don't know how the word came about being connected to it. But also, why was there something weird about him in the general? Like how people used to hate Polish people. What a weird thing to be like. Okay, I guess.
My grandpa and mom's side makes Polish jokes and Polak. Like, well, I guess Polak and Polish is that the same thing?
I don't know. Is Polak the derogatory term? I don't know.
No, it's real. Like
somebody let us know in the comments below.
I wish I had like an example of like the jokes he makes. Like it's weird. Like you can imagine this in World War II. Like
odd digs.
Yeah, like really weird. Like I'm what Polish people are this? Like how's that a thing? Like it was all in Ukrainian jokes and like weird stuff. I'm like, yeah, this is a man that used to have to shoot at people or something. He was in the Air Force, so I guess he didn't have to shoot at people.
I don't know, man. It's wild because I feel like there's got to be words that we still use today for completely different reasons that somehow are tied into some kind of racial thing.
You know, my favorite
It's
word
just
that's
really
just coming out of
odd.
nowhere? Yeet.
Yeet's a weird one.
I like
Yeah,
that
but
word.
no, well, I like it as the yeet someone, like yeet me. like,
Yeah.
like at first when the people weren't using it like that at first, they were saying like, because at first I thought it was an excitement term, right? Like yeet.
Yeah.
But now it's like you're being yeeted.
Yeah, you're being like thrown out or kicked out or something.
That was pretty
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
That Lord of the Rings meme would be like, "Yeet me, fam." I can't read.
It's gonna be lit, fam.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, no, I don't get it, but I guess once you hear once you understand what the meaning of it is, you kind of like, okay,
Yeah,
I get it. It clicks. It's still
well,
weird.
I'm enjoying that crossing the line moment of okay, I'm becoming old, and this is what I think is cool is no longer cool. Like, you know, instead of being concerned about it, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna watch this
Just
happen.
gonna see it happen. Yeah. There's times where I wonder how often like nobody says the word crunk anymore.
Well,
Thank
That's
God.
probably for the best.
Well, at work, it was like
You think
this-
Lil Jon just
this
laments the fact that
18-year-old
no one
kid,
says
he's
it?
like, you know about SpongeBob, right? I'm like, fucker, that came. You weren't even alive when that came out.
That's true.
Don't ask me.
Yeah.
I was there.
You know what's weird? I don't know why that reminded me of something. So I had a cousin named Brett who lived in Arkadelphia, and we would always go there every weekend when I was younger to go to the lake when it was summertime. And like when I first started going there, I don't know why my brain thought of it this way, but I was like, okay, this is a whole different place. So when I got to my cousin's house, we picked him up and went to Walmart. And we were gonna get groceries for like the weekend for Saturday, and then for Sunday at the beach and at the cabin and whatnot. So we were sitting there, and you turned your other TV off when you did that. But I was like, "Oh, y'all have Dr. Pepper here too?" Like thinking that was a local thing. He's like, "What do you?" He's like, "It's Walmart." I was like, "Oh, but you." I was like, "Y'all actually sell Dr. Pepper?" He's like, "It's Walmart." He's like, "I was like, I didn't know y'all had Dr. Pepper here." He's like, "What do you even mean?" like, what do you even?
There's a
what's
Dr.
weird?
Pepper documentary on Amazon that's really good.
Is it?
Yeah,
You
it's
know-
about the sugar one in Texas that kept using it, the real sugar for a while. They
Oh,
got sued
yeah.
by Dr. Pepper.
Oh, like the original. Thanks, Saul. Of like the original formula or whatever.
Oh, like yeah, they stayed using like imperial sugar is what it's called, and imperial cane sugar.
Why can I not hear the word imperial without thinking about the Elder Scrolls?
I can't.
I think Star Wars.
I was gonna say, I
That's
think
also
Star Wars.
another one. If someone says rebellion, I think Star Wars. Even though it's pretty common terminology. I don't know. I could see Imperial, but I guess it's because I've been listening to and looking at and dealing with a bunch of Elder Scrolls stuff lately. It just makes me think of the Imperials. I don't
You
know.
have an Xbox One X now. You should download Skyrim or go buy it or go get a good price on it and then go download a lot.
If I can get it for $5,
you
maybe.
get a shit ton of mods for it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, why don't you go get it on Switch?
Because it's
$60.
$60
No, it's not.
on Switch. Yes, it is.
It's $40 at Best Buy.
They must have price dropped because I literally was just at
Yeah,
Walmart the other day and it was
was
60.
Yeah.
It's $40 at Best Buy right now.
Okay.
Good for Best
cool.
Buy.
I don't
Yeah,
know if
good
it's
for
on
Best Buy.
sale, but
I'm not arguing that fact that it could be on sale at Best Buy or
Yeah,
drop
I was
Yeah.
at Walmart recently just looking at games and I was like, Skyrim is still $60 on Switch. This is amazing.
yeah, there's a couple games that I was actually surprised to see $40 on Switch. Or actually just cheaper in general. Yoshi's Crafted World was $20,
That's actually
which
surprising.
is crazy. Also, Yoshi's Crafted World like last week or the week before went on sale on Amazon for the digital version by accident for $1. So that might have something to do with it.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting on Animal Crossing.
Me too.
Yeah.
Three months.
Hannah's
2 months.
debating whether she wants to play that or not.
Well, I don't have enough menial tasks to do every day. I'm going to add to it with
See,
imaginary ones.
But I was thinking,
Grow your own fucking flower bed.
I was actually talking to Andrew about that. 'Cause I was-
The weather's too goddamn stupid.
Well, I was actually talking to Andrew about that because I was telling him about what it is, and he was talking about his wife might like it, but he's like, "Why would you want to go home and do more work?" And I was like, "It's different because like you're actually, it's something that I don't have to feel tired on doing." I was like, "This makes me feel accomplished in my town being nicer or my house getting
I
upgraded or
love
something."
New Leaf, man.
Yeah, it's like it's also
Going back playing the one on GameCube's a little hard for me. It's
the GameCube
it
one
was New
real
Leaf
different.
the 3DS one?
Yes,
Okay.
there was
Really
Wild
good.
World, which was DS, and then New Leaf, which was 3DS.
What was the Wii one called?
I'm hoping this one has really good interconnectivity.
City Folk?
That way you can show everyone. Because that's
Look at my fucking house,
Or
bro.
wait, City Folk might be the mobile version.
I don't know.
Pocket Camp is a mobile version, so City Folk I'm pretty sure was Wii version. That was not a good one. Nobody. It's pretty well known for being the worst of the series because that one like you were the mayor. Or it's New Leaf, you're the mayor, but you could actually incite some cool things into it. There was something weird about the Wii one that I remember Seth had. I'm like, I don't want to play this one.
yeah. I don't know.
Series that's never really clicked with me.
Yeah, the Wii wasn't just a console I played.
Like I don't mind like it's kind of like Harvest Moon. It's why I kind of couldn't
Yeah,
keep
it's the
getting into
same
Harvest
thing.
Moon, where it's like it's all just about that.
Well,
and I
it's
kind
not-
of eventually get tired of that, but it's why part of why I loved Rune Factory. You take the parts I like about Harvest Moon, but you give me something else to counter it, and then I just get to do both, and it feels good.
I think it's just the what's a good word for it? The atmosphere that Animal Crossing creates.
It's a very chill
As opposed
game.
to like
I can see
Stardew
that.
Valley, a lot of people really like that. I'm like, I just don't.
I still
the
couldn't get
aesthetic
into
on
it.
that was just kind of like,
And what I like about Animal Crossing is that it literally makes you come back every day to play it, and you don't hate doing so. You actually really enjoy looking forward to like, hey, my shop updated. What's in there? I gotta go check my shop. Or hey, is that apple tree done blooming apples? I can go get me some apples to plant another one.
Man,
Or,
you would have loved Facebook's Farmville, or whatever it was called. I think it was called Farmville, right?
That's riddled with
Although-
microtransactions, is it not?
I don't know.
And probably sells my data, the Chinese company that collected it.
Did y'all ever miss
Or created it.
MySpace?
I miss MySpace often, just
I
because
miss
it was an
picking out a
interesting
song,
time in the
yeah.
world.
You'd be like, what song am I put? And then you go find the other backgrounds to put on there. Have the emo heartogram.
It was one of the first Facebook games. It was like forever ago.
I know what it is.
Yeah, 2009.
But everybody used to do this thing too at MySpace where they'd finally create their playlists and their friends and then their website, or then their page, and then they'll go to it acting like, oh, here I am, somebody who's never seen this guy before. Let me look at his MySpace and see like, oh, he likes this music. Like trying to see what song I should get to play first. Or
That'd be a good YouTube series though. Like get some 14, 16-year-old kids and just have MySpace up like on some little server in there and show them.
It almost had to be like a legacy server.
I almost-
like just let them do their own thing and be like, hey, this is what we did. Which I get it. They have shows be like, oh, look at this old technology.
I think Fine Brothers did one with MySpace though.
The thing about MySpace that's really interesting, and someone posted in the meme the other day, but it's really true, is that like MySpace didn't have nearly the thing where they get into where they're trying to sell ads to you or get into your private information in the same way. It was still there, but it wasn't
just had
nearly
the
as notable.
traditional- No, original MySpace just had the traditional side banner and top and bottom banner ads. There was no other ads.
Oh yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
They weren't trying to sell you nothing or anything.
It wasn't targeted or anything like that. But it was still technically part of it.
Well,
'cause
that
it's
was
part
a
of
part
the
of the
business
internet
model.
history. There's no going back to that. That's what's crazy. And
Yeah.
there's no.
But it taught a
was
lot of
such-
people like basic like HTML, like coding.
Yeah.
Is what people say. And some people would just copy and paste from other websites that would build it. But for people who just would take the time to look at it, they'd realize you could
can
change
make
a
your
lot
own
of those things
background.
your own.
I used to know a lot of hex color numbers, but
Yeah.
I don't remember any of them. As a matter of fact, I've created a thumbnail for our thing, and I had to go look up the hex colors for some of those numbers. And I'm like, there's no absolute way I'd remember any of those, let
Yeah.
alone guess at the accuracy.
I used to
of
like
them.
changing my friends list or rank order just to fuck with people.
Yeah, fuck Steve. He fucked up this week. I'm gonna.
also-
Jimmy goes to number one.
It also spawned so many weird trends too, like PC for PC, picture comment for picture comment,
Yeah.
or like, hey, throw me in your top 8, I'll throw you in mine, or something like that.
Yeah. No, dude.
What was it?
What a thing.
What were the trains on there? Like follow trains or friend trains or something, like where it's like you friend somebody, they friend you, but then they say, hey, he started this, so go follow
Friend
him
him
and then
too.
follow someone else and tell them the
I
same.
think it was a friend chain
God.
instead of friend train. I don't know though.
I'm pretty
I
sure
know
it's
what you're
train.
talking about. I still don't
Yeah.
remember the terminology used for it. Wondrous times, man. Do you think that's why YouTube got to where it was, where people were like, "Hey, subscribe to me, sub for sub"? I'll do that.
No, YouTube didn't do that.
I mean, YouTube does it now.
I
in terms of
remember-
people
I've been
want to do
thinking
it.
about
Yeah, I
doing
remember
a
YouTube early days.
version of, not sober October, but like with social media and stuff for a
Oh, where
month.
you get off of it for a month?
Yeah, like delete the apps off your phone and
Yeah.
just like all of
Do you
it.
still have a Facebook?
What? Yeah, I don't
Oh,
hardly ever.
you'll feel so much better once you get done with it, dude.
No, back when the politics stuff was going on heavy, I deleted it for like, or stalled it or whatever for like a couple months.
I only browse our Twitter like
'Cause
once a
it-
week, maybe
'cause it
twice
was-
a week.
The way I was describing it to Danny was like, "Why would you? But you can't talk to people." I'm like, look, dude, because all it is people being pissed off. I don't like opening something and making me pissed off or start getting concerned. And I'm like, I started thinking about it. Any free time I had during the day at work was. I'm scrolling with my thumbs for you audio listeners.
Yeah, to be fair though, there's not much right now. Like in a 10-minute break, there's not much more you could do, or like even a 30-minute break. If you're-
Fuck, dude, you can read for 20, 30 minutes on your lunch break.
well,
You can still do that on
you can
your
your
phone.
phone.
But he's saying that he was scrolling with something that was mindless. And
I
had
mean,
no
yeah, on
real
Facebook,
value.
yeah. It's
Oh, okay.
like,
I
what
thought
are
you
you
were
doing
talking
on
about.
Facebook?
I thought you were talking about
You
general.
hope for something juicy, or you see pictures of someone's kids, be like, do I really give a fuck about your
Or
kids?
you just bringing in a shitload of information at once, and for
Yeah.
some reason you're addicted to that.
I think that's the thing. It's just constant stimulation.
Yeah. Well, memes are a big part of that too. It's easy to get drawn into Facebook
But
stuff.
it'd
You're
be
like,
fun to
"I'll
take
scroll
that
down a
to the
little bit more
next
and see
level,
one
not
more
just
meme."
social media for a month, but do like no just sure Amish the shit out of it for a month. Like,
For just specifically communication.
well, not communicate. Still have a cell phone, shit. And, you need that.
Well, then how would you be?
Well, I'm talking about. I'm talking about like no.
Cut yourself from
Facebook
the internet.
Yeah, like essentially internet and movies and stuff.
You
Like,
know what
just
you
don't have the TV on for a month. You know how crazy that'd be.
What you should do for fun?
be hard to
It'd be-
keep yourself from having internet on the phone. It'd
Well,
almost be
you know-
like if you could get a burner phone that had no internet.
Well,
and you
that's-
could still
Well,
call
that's what I was
people.
all
gonna
you do is just delete the fucking apps and have the self control not to Google.
Well, no. Here's what I was gonna say. Just for fun, like for no other purpose, but go and get you like a
I'd get-
$30 flip track phone and have like a flip phone
Dude.
again for a month.
Yeah, and just lock your phone up. Just go, hey, this is still
No,
my
just
number.
take your SIM card. Just turn your phone off. You don't gotta lock it up. I'm just saying.
Well,
Like,
but you could lock
Put it
it up
in
just
a
to keep
safe.
yourself from temptation. Just put it somewhere where it's
Oh.
out of sight, out of mind. Doesn't have to be locked up.
I'd end up getting fucked on the weather around here though. Go to work, freeze.
no, wake up and look at the Weather Channel on your TV.
Can't watch TV.
Yeah.
No,
And
no.
I don't have the fucking weather channel.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about like
I've got
phones.
I've got Hulu, Netflix, Disney
Do
Plus.
you have Hulu Live TV?
No,
Okay.
I barely keep Hulu. The only reason I have it is because of Letterkenny
Well, I only have Live
and
TV.
South Park. But now South Park season's over, so it's like, well, fuck.
I only have Live TV for football. That's the only reason I have
Oh
Live TV.
God, I
Oh,
forgot you've been.
Saul's love for football has been reignited because he has
Uh-huh.
Anthony to.
Anthony, I don't know who that
Andrew,
is.
I mean.
Yeah. Tomorrow's the college championship. LSU versus Clemson.
There's been so many times I go out there and I just hear football, and I'm like, yep, these are all things I don't know anything about.
Which I'm all for people liking football.
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
no, I
hate
don't
when people
care.
is like, "Are you gonna waste your time with video games? You're gonna waste your time doing that?" And then it's like,
Yeah.
well, what the fuck?
It's
do
the
you-
same thing.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
exact
it's
same.
exact
But the
same
thing is, a lot of people can't, acknowledge that it is.
Well, they don't want to because in their mind they think that if it's
Oh, it's not a
if
waste of
it's-
time because football's fucking football.
yeah, I was gonna say because they think that football is meaningful for the people. who,
Technically, if it's not either adding value to yourself or your family or providing,
Shouldn't
you're
matter.
technically wasting time. So if you want to go down that whole the way they're saying about wasting time playing video games, well, if you're watching football, you're not fucking making money or doing nothing or killing
see, I could,
killing that buffalo.
I could totally
With your bear
carrying it back on my back, only 800-pound buffalo.
Dude, I was so worried about my pigs I thought because they were talking about flash.
Oh,
flooding.
dude, I was scared shitless Friday. I was like, dude,
No,
my car
I
is
was-
gonna get hailed on, and like tornadoes, like our thing. It didn't even hail.
Oh, I live in a
Didn't do
double
nothing.
wide. A fucking tornado's like, well, and we have somewhere to go, for it. But I was like, man, if it flash floods, shit, because I was at work while it was all going on. I was like, man, we just won't be able to get the pigs in the kennel, and
There was one. Okay. So I told Brett. I haven't told you. So I'm on White Claws right now. White Claws are my jam.
so you're like my wife and
Every
her
other
friends
every
and your
other
wife
white
and-
woman in the world.
yeah,
Yes.
basic white girls.
Here's why I like White Claws. They're seltzer water, so I don't get hungover at all.
But you don't like LaCroix.
And I don't mind LaCroix.
Okay,
I just don't.
okay, that's fine.
No, I just don't like like I won't keep LaCroix in the house because if I eat something like a hot dog or
Well, I just
hamburger,
try to
I don't
keep it-
want.
I just try to keep-
like mixed berry water to go with it. I want Coke.
That's true. Or
Well,
just
that's
water.
why. That's why
I don't
drink-
even want. No, I don't.
well,
That's why I can't
drink-
just drink only water.
Drink plain carbonated water. It's fucking
Now, to-
I
Topo
do.
Chico is fucking delicious.
Yeah, I know.
I
drink
disagree wholly with that. I'd rather just drink normal
some-
water.
You have to get the right bread because Topo.
Some of them Topo Chico's real good. Some of them are salted, and that's what makes
I
it weird.
drink
Yeah.
Topo Chico, and
It's like spicy water.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'd rather just drink normal water.
But
Anyway,
to
what
your
were you
point,
saying
what I was going to say
about the
about
White Claw? Hold on, let's not jump
Go ahead.
topics.
What I was just gonna say, like, I had a couple of those on Friday night, and so
How much are you drinking to get hungover?
not on White Claws.
Well, I mean, like, no, but you said they don't hang me over. So what were you getting hungover on before said White Claws?
dude, Maker's Mark would hang me over if I had more than 3 fingers. I'm a lightweight when it comes.
Fingers is a lot of whiskey.
3 fingers?
Yeah, 3 fingers. That's a lot of whiskey.
It is.
And Maker's Mark's only 72 proof.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like,
I'm gauging you on the bitch meter right now. That's all.
I mean, go ahead. You go
I'm just
ahead.
playing. I know that was a genuine question because I don't get hungover. I don't drink enough to get hungover.
It's very rare when I get hungover, but also I have this thing
I mean,
with
'cause I'm-
my neck that has always happened where
Because I'm asking from like I don't drink. Like the only thing I drink, if I drink, is like I will pour a little bit of different bourbons, but I'm talking about like I'll have a couple of different finger size.
yeah, the most
Okay,
one
what
finger.
the fuck are y'all talking about?
It's
What
a
is
measurement.
a finger?
A measurement. He's saying he makes a glass with 3 fingers worth of that in a rocks glass. So
Everybody's got different fucking fingers.
Well, that's about 5 ounces. Is what
Okay.
he's about drinking 4 or 5 ounces. A typical pour of whiskey, if you go to like a restaurant or something or a bar,
fingers.
it's 2 ounces.
Oh, is that? I thought,
It's
well,
2
that's
ounces. A shot
only
is an ounce and a half. A pour of whiskey is 2 ounces.
Okay.
A typical double is 4 ounces, and that's what most people would drink if you're having a bigger whiskey with your
Yeah.
meal.
Well, like my neck muscles, specifically on the back of my head to my neck, have always been really weird. Like I used to get tension headaches when I was like 10 years old.
No, I have a not like I used to get them real bad when I worked out
Oh.
where y'all work because like my back would hurt a lot and
See,
make my neck hurt.
Luckily for me, I don't have that problem yet or anything. But if I drink for some reason, if I fall asleep on my pillow weird because I sleep harder, I wake up with that kind of tension headache on it.
Yeah.
I've only ever been hungover like once.
Okay, because
Like,
you made it
real
sound like
hungover.
You made it sound like you used to get fucking hungover all the time.
Well, because there's
No.
some people that'll have a shot and feel like shit the next day, and that's
No. I'm not like that.
I don't drink beer except on like special restaurant occasions, like going to a place at like Redbone anymore. Because dude, it makes me feel like I get bloated. And I don't, because I don't really do much carbs, so it's like I'm already adding pizza to that. Let me add beer to it. Now,
This is why I like White Claws, is because I always have this rule of myself that I don't start drinking between like 7 to 8 p.m. Mainly because like whatever I drink around that time frame is going to be enough alcohol that I will be tipsy / drunk or buzzed for a good part of the night. So
I don't even get tipsy. Like I mean, that's my thing.
on
is I
3
don't-
fingers.
I don't. I told you I don't do 3 fingers. Like I'll sip on maybe 1 to 2, and I sip on it. I enjoy the bourbon.
Well, yeah.
And I don't get tipsy off that. Dude, I can drink 4 fingers, probably sit there and drink it and not get
I'm
drunk
glad-
like you're talking
I'm
about.
glad, I'm glad you're the way you are because I'm not like that. I'll get tipsy on that. Like y'all saw how much I drank a lot that night we live streamed it.
Oh, yeah, you
like
did.
a lot.
You drink a lot of vodka alone.
Yeah. Like I'm not exactly a lightweight, but if I mellow myself out, like especially if I haven't eaten anything beforehand and I'm on an empty stomach, then yeah,
I've got those years alcoholic genes going through.
That's
maybe
true.
so.
So
That is true.
But that's the thing is you understand what if you got to be honest with yourself on that stuff. That's why I try not to drink during the week, weekdays.
Well,
And
see that's my thing now is that like I will not drink on a work night, which is Monday through Friday or Monday through Thursday, because I'll drink on Friday night and Saturday night. I won't drink tonight because I have to wake up early tomorrow. So I'm only drinking 2 nights a week, whereas when I worked at CVS it was like 4 nights a week or 3 nights a week.
I fucking hated my life. Come home every day, pour
But-
pour a fucking fist. of vodka.
I'd piss that glass.
But anyways, something
Fuck the glass.
Or
I just-
whiskey.
something I was never ever a fan of was starting to drink alcohol way earlier in the day, like around 4 or 5.
Oh, day drinking?
No, dude, I'm
And well, I was saying like
working in a
people-
graveyard. It's a whole different animal.
Well, see, some
It's
people
like, do you can you? It's like, so do I drink?
Like-
And when everyone else is starting to drink at 6 o'clock, I've been up for 3 hours. Do I start drinking? Or if I drink at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm an animal. Yeah, like,
Your days are reversed,
Well,
man.
see,
You gotta-
I know.
people like say the game comes on at 5 o'clock, people start cracking open beers. I'm like, that's too early to be drinking anything.
Oh no, dude!
But-
Christmas, I woke up and I was drinking.
But
I was like, well, I'm normally awake. This is my nighttime. I don't even know anymore. Fuck it, it's holiday.
well, since I
those 3 generations of alcoholics were just coming through you.
It's raging.
well since I go
I
to
started craving potatoes. I don't.
well instead of going to
my
bed
accent started.
instead of going to bed at like midnight or
Indian and
12:30,
Irish is a bad. Both of those are alcohol.
everything for me is set 2 hours in the past because I'll always go to bed around 10:30 to 11.
2
now.
hours in the past.
Yeah, like anything.
Now you're fucking time traveling. I don't understand.
How much are you drinking?
Anything that I started, like I would start drinking back then around 8. I'd start drinking now around 6 because no matter what, I'm gonna be in bed asleep at 11. I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. because I wake up at 5 a.m. every day now. I cannot not wake up at.
That's
5.
awesome. That's good for you.
Sometimes I wake up at 6 a.m. Like that's like yesterday I slept till 6 and I woke up and I felt like
Oh, that's what I was telling Brett. It's like trying to go to bed this morning, to come here and do this. I was like, fuck, I couldn't sleep.
yeah, like
I went to bed about 6:30 because guess what? That's when I got to bed.
yeah, like
But those habits are good. I used to love, when I worked out where, that's one thing I did like about it is the fact of because you'd have to wake up even earlier if you wanted to do anything before work. I used to like those mornings actually waking because before I used to wake up in like 30 minutes before to go. I lived right next to it. 30 minutes before I had to be there, if that.
see what I do.
That's when I wake up now.
Dude,
Yeah.
I wake up like I'd be working at 6. I wake up at 5. I browse Reddit on my phone until about 5:20. I get up and I use the bathroom, and then I wash my face and my beard. And I throw my hat on and get dressed.
You try something for me because what I used to do about it, wake up at that 5 o'clock and go outside. It's fucking something about it.
I'm gonna be outside all day.
like I would.
I mean, you're not really outside.
I mean, technically,
You
Oh,
could
yeah.
say you're in the elements
'cause
slightly.
well, I mean, technically, like I
Because now there's a
just about every day
When
I
you-
drive the
when
golf
you-
cart somewhere on plant, and it's
when
like
you have to
5,
start keeping
5:05.
putting
Or
sunscreen
6,
on
6:05.
I'll listen to that
Oh,
argument.
that'll be here in like 2 or 3 months.
You won't need sunscreen in that.
Do you see how white I am?
Was that like a rhetorical question?
I mean,
I burn easily.
I don't see color, man. Oh,
Yeah.
But-
unless you're Polish.
But anyways, to get back what I was saying, what I like about White Claws is that, like when a game's on at 5, I'll start drinking at 5, but I'll have them as I'm drinking them.
I'm not laughing at you. You said White Claws, and we're talking about the racist jokes. I'll go. There was a joke on Letterkenny. Where is it? His alias was White Power Bottom. And it killed me. It was his DJ alias. I was like, Jesus Christ.
That's funny.
But now it's more of like, instead of getting drunk within an hour of drinking,
I'll get drunk 20 minutes in. It's like, whoa.
3 fingers of whiskey. No, I'll get drunk like over the course of 4 hours and then eat dinner.
Dude, I don't
I
like.
can't get this terminology, man. It just
Yeah.
sounds like y'all are fingering alcohol. It's-
You like fingers in your alcohol, but you don't want a finger in your butt.
Actually, wasn't I talking to y'all about like that the other day? I was like,
About
man,
what, finger in your butt?
no. I was like,
So yes or no? Would you put a finger in your butt?
no.
Would you let her put? I mean, I'm
No.
saying her.
No, nobody's going near there.
Fuck it. At this point, I try it.
But I was
I try it. Yeah, it hasn't happened.
I was
If-
talking.
if-
I'm
If
honest-
then I got to come at the end of it, I'd be down for about any of it.
Yeah, shit, man. I'm in it for the end goal. That's all that matters.
I was talking about it to someone, and I was like, man, the more I think about it, I'm a really big germaphobe. Constantly washing my hands whenever like they're dirty before I eat. Germex in my car, Germex in Annie's car, Germex when we take the trash out, stuff
That's
like
why
that.
your skin's so fucking dry. You're just slathering up with fucking alcohol.
Yeah, well, I mean, my hands are at least. But anyways,
But then that's why you get sick. All that
Hey, you
German.
got no immune system.
Yeah.
all right, Dwight. But anyways,
Well, no, that's it. I get sick because I didn't have a flu shot. So Germexing yourself is keeping those natural.
I mean, working where I work for 7 years, I'm pretty sure my immune system's pretty good. I don't get that sick easily. Like,
Yeah, for somebody
feel
who
like-
thinks that you're supposed to go and get vaccinated for everything, you sure don't let nature do any kind of natural stuff for you if you just constantly
I bet
killing
you don't
every
eat
germ.
food off the ground either.
I sure don't. Nope,
Not even like. So how long if it fell on the ground?
it's done.
Like even if
Nope.
it's your own floor, you
Yep.
know you cleaned it.
Nope. Yep. My cat walks around there. Her paws are in a little box. But see, this is it. This is right. This is.
I mean that's fair enough because cats are fucking. I love cats. They're fun to pet. They're fucking disgusting if you really think about it.
yeah, dogs are too. Same thing.
Nah.
They don't immediately like.
I don't care if my dogs lick my food. I'm like, fuck it.
Nah, see,
Dude,
for me-
he licks his ass.
But anyways, see,
Fuck
I'm
it.
just being honest.
My dog can't.
Well, this is where I turn the world upside
That's
down.
true.
Because
he can lick that other dog's asshole now.
I don't know if he wants to. He
22.
fucking hates her.
well, this is where I turn the world upside down because I'll sure as hell lick an asshole, but I
Yeah, but
Well,
you're
like-
You give me that asshole, I'll lick that bitch
yeah,
up.
like that's the problem is that, like I'm such a big germaphobe until it comes to like that. It don't make any sense.
oh, that's because your animalistic side comes out.
Yeah,
guess
You'll do
so.
anything
There-
to
there's
come. That's
something,
why.
yeah.
That's why I think if you were in the moment and you had a finger in your butt, you'd be like,
Fuck it.
either you'd like it or you wouldn't.
No, it's gonna
there
feel like
has to be something
it's gonna
to it, or
feel
no
like
one would talk about doing it.
It's gonna feel like a suppository, and it may have that same effect in my mind.
Okay, but think about it this way, because actually there's a joke.
Well, y'all are
about
awfully
this.
defending me not wanting this.
Hold
a
on,
lot.
no, no.
What, what have y'all
I'm
been
saying
through?
is, no.
No, we're just.
We
I'm
both
trying-
just said we would clearly do it
at
if
this
if
point.
the opportunity arose.
Or if it just, it's like when you had the the 4 fingers of Maker's Mark.
yeah, you're a little
Who's
tipsy.
Mark?
Of Mark, he makes the barrels that the whiskey goes in. He's got those barrel hands.
But no,
Rough
listen,
and calloused all over.
Like, to be a little less jokey, I actually am one of those things where the one thing that I truly, and you shouldn't judge people for anything, but I have really realized that the one thing that I just truly can't judge anybody on is their sexual preferences. Because I'm like,
I would hope not.
it just comes down. What I mean is
Like
across the
your
board.
kinks.
If you want to fuck a foot, go for it. I don't give a shit, man. You do what you want to do. I don't care.
So Rogan brought up, is it more gay to fuck a dude, or is it more gay to get fucked by a dude or fuck a dude?
That's
Just think about
the
it.
age-old.
Well, just think. I was like, that's a good question because they're like, if
you're
you're
the one-
fucking the dude, you got to look at
see-
it and you got to get hard for it and you got to.
well. Now you brought up the age-old eternal question. Well, if you had a gun to your head and you had to fuck Bailey J or Buck Angel,
what?
Bailey J is it's
We have
a
been through this
trans.
so
I guess
many
a trans
times.
guy. It's a guy. It's somebody born a guy that is
If
now
she's
a girl.
hot, I'd still fuck her.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, regardless of what she
But
used
Buck
to be.
Angel-
I
Yeah.
think that's pretty. Just pretty
But Buck-
discriminatory. of
I'm
you,
gonna
Saul.
show him. You go ahead.
But I was gonna say, Buck Angel is a man with a vagina, a very muscular bald man.
No, I'd rather fuck the pretty woman who used to be a guy.
Yeah, Bailey J could get it.
I don't think. I mean, there's.
If I had a
there's
gun to my head,
That's the thing. There's tons of people in relationships like that, and it's just fine. I don't see the issue.
Well,
you know?
like, one- this-
it makes you gay. Well, fuck. What's up?
well, this was a question back that one of my
Before-
buddies used to ask us way back when, and
It's kind of like it's kind of like the people that's like Andrew wants and where y'all work. This question comes up: would you suck a dick for $1 million? I'm like, you're goddamn right. I'd suck a dick for $1 million.
drain that bitch clean.
And then no, Andrew's like, dude, but no, I didn't all this stuff. I'm like, dude, think about it. You won't make $1 million in your goddamn life working here.
That's Buck Angel.
No way. I don't see how that's a question.
But see, one of my friends, when he was asked the question, he's like, I'll just tell the guy, tell my mama I love her because you're gonna shoot me in the head.
No, but look,
No, but that's legit. Most of them out there be like, no, I wouldn't suck a dick for. I'm like, goddamn, let's see. Like, I want to find out what your bottom dollar is because I'm pretty sure for $50,000.
your bottom dollar is that how much it would cost to let
No.
somebody fuck you in the ass?
No, you know what I mean.
It's my bottom dollar.
We'll discuss that number too. Okay, Saul, how much money would it take for you to? Let's hear your numbers.
For someone to
Now, look, first of all, we should preface this with the fact of this is not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just this is clearly against our normal sexual
Preference.
preferences.
We just talked about that. Wouldn't see anything wrong with dating and having sex with a friend.
Yeah. So at this point, it's just how much money would it take for you to do something that you find
and what was the scenario?
naturally repulsive?
Say scenario like a normal goddamn American.
Scenario. What's the
Via
scenario?
or via? Which one?
Thor gets pissed because I say either. He's like, it's either.
Anyway, so hold on.
I
The
said,
scenario here.
Next time he says that, just say either or.
So hold on. The scenario here. Are you talking about what is he saying? Since you do not like butt sex currently, for you getting pegged,
Right.
How much would it cost for you to shun that and just go? You know what? Fuck it. This is worth it.
My bottom dollar, 500,000.
To get pegged or butt sex with a guy.
Either or.
Well, hold on.
No, get pegged. I don't know. It's like that's once again.
That's
like,
not even at that point. There's not even another human
but-
involved in terms
yeah,
of the physical. Like
You can let a machine do it, so no one will ever know.
500,000.
I don't even think peg's not even a fair question on the. I mean, like if you have to charge money, like to me that's like almost like, if that's what you're into, I just don't think I'd like it.
If someone
like that's not even a money question there.
If someone from Pornhub
Yeah.
sees this and is like, I'll give that guy 500,000 to do it, Bring it here. That's a house. That's a house in a
No,
really
no,
nice neighborhood.
I'm saying
I've never have to
500,000
see
is pretty
anybody
steep.
again.
I was just saying I think 50,000 is my number for a lot of it. It's like $50,000.
That's a year of work,
I
man.
go buy a new truck.
Is it untaxed? Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, untaxed $50,000. That's
Feel
more,
like it's hard to. It's easy to forget about your ass pain
that's
when you
much
got
above
heated
the
seats.
average salary.
My car already has heated seats.
Yeah,
I'm
but
good.
you pay $400 or so a month. I don't know.
I don't pay
I'm
no
not-
$400
it's- I was just it's all. Don't get your financial pennies in a bunch.
Yeah, don't worry. We're not talking about true debt.
I'm done.
Yeah, we're not talking about true debt.
I got to
It erase all your true debt if you.
$500,000 will.
That's what the guy comes up with. Let me fuck you in the ass, and I'll erase all your true debt.
I pay my car off.
All right.
I have a new house.
Well, how much have sex with that
Nobody can hear
with
him.
the
500,000.
or the handlebar guy?
500,000.
Buck
Okay.
Angel, 500,000.
So that's your bottom for everything. Just
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
okay. Just go use the restroom.
So I'll go pee.
Idealistically, it starts at $1 million. But if it didn't,
But you haggle from there.
But anyway.
You start at your high.
I'll get a house out of this. It's a nice neighborhood.
You can buy a house for $100,000.
It's a nice neighborhood.
Yeah.
I want a house.
Not here.
I want a big house in a nice neighborhood with a garage.
Nobody can hear you. Go to the bathroom. Saul wants a garage so he can do all of his other illicit activities in the garage.
As long as we're about hailstorms.
Mm.
What's your bottom dollar?
For which one?
50,000? Is that what you're saying?
For what?
I mean-
Which one? Both of them? Yeah. 50.
Okay, look.
I do.
Sucking a dick.
Second dick.
Bottom dollar. 10,000? Would you do it for $10,000?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It
depends on the moment.
It depends on the person.
It depends on the dick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really
like,
does.
you know, is the dick clean and like well
Do I
groomed?
have to see this person ever again?
That's actually a big part
Yeah,
of it.
because like if it was like you were like $10,000, here you go. But I'm like, no, sorry,
I have to look you in the eye.
yeah.
Yeah. But then again, who's going to pay you $10,000 to suck
Yeah,
their dick
that's
where they can't look at you later down your life and be like, just know that you sucked my dick for $10,000?
They come
It's a
by
power
once and
play.
They send me a Christmas card
Power
once a
play
year.
with a picture of
With
their
a
dick.
dick.
You'll never forget this. You know what I mean? That's a power play.
Ah,
no one pays
It's
you
all
to do
ifs and
something
buts
like
because
that.
then it comes down to the situation and you're like,
Well, okay, what if it's a handsome man?
Because here's the thing: could you look your wife in the eye and be like, "Yeah, they offered me $50,000 to suck their dick, and they didn't." You what? You
Wait,
did?
that you didn't suck your
Yeah,
dick for it? Yeah.
yeah.
But that would have
She-
paid for a year
yeah,
of
she
our
cut.
child's schooling.
Yeah. She's like, "I'd cheer you on, probably."
I don't know. Hannah'd be like, I wouldn't want to suck that dick either. So, I mean,
Yeah. I don't know,
knows?
because $10,000 is like it's a lot of money, but it's not.
dude,
50,000
untaxed is always the thing. It's
yeah,
like, dude, $10,000 untaxed.
$50,000 is a lot of fucking money.
50,000 is a lot of money. 100,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
I would be giddy if somebody came to me for $100,000 and said, "Hey, you want to suck my dick?" I'd be like, "You are shitting me. There's no way the universe has smiled upon me that you're such a fucking weirdo.
It's like with that- it's like with
that you
that-
want to pay me this
It's
much
like
money."
with that. It's like with that land. They're like they're anxious to close. I bet they fucking are.
Yeah, I'd be too.
Tell the bank to hurry the fuck up, then.
Yeah, if I randomly inherited however fucking many
Yeah, I mean-
thousands of dollars,
Mm.
not inherited.
Inherited,
If,
but like
you
you had
randomly got it when you previously didn't have
Yeah,
it,
and-
you had an asset worth it,
Yeah.
but now you actually have
Cashing
that.
out that asset.
Hell yeah, man! Definitely if it's paid off. I wonder if they owed anything
I didn't,
on
dude.
that
I
land.
don't
That's
know
an
either.
interesting.
And
idea.
dude, it's taken forever.
Is it still not closed?
No, and that's the thing. That's a whole.
Well, then
other-
you lied. You don't have 64 acres.
It's in the process of closing, but
Yeah.
there's stuff to talk about on that more personal later.
I've never done any of that. I don't really understand. You bought a house. I don't really understand closing on a house or any of that because I haven't had to do it. I don't really
my
know what the
last house
process
was-
is like.
My last house, Dad actually did because my credit wasn't there yet.
But
at the time.
were you involved in any of that stuff?
No, my name wasn't even on it. I just paid for everything and took care of it.
Weird.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, the idea was I was gonna pay it but then we ended up selling it, and I split a lot of the profit with him because he did all that in the first place for me.
Sure.
Sinks spread all over my.
Oh, is it? Did you turn the hot water on, or is it the cold water? Why the fuck do you do both?
Well, in most common households, that ups the pressure of the water so I can wash my hands faster.
Oh yeah, no, that doesn't do it here.
Yeah, I know that. I don't know why. It's just a habit I do.
I'm
here.
working on that too. I don't really know, but right now they've recently cut into that. I thought it was done. I took a shower today with no problems, and it didn't do it. But at first, it's because they cut into the line and did some stuff because of the work we're doing
And
back
pressure
here.
got weird.
It just rust because the pipes are old. Different things can dislodge and kind of mess with it, or air can get in from it,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that air has to experiment. Which I figured that'd be out by now, so that might be a problem. I hope that's not a big problem. But
It wasn't a big spurt. It was just and then stopped.
okay, well then, and then it kept going smoothly.
Quality.
I turned it off.
Quality
I was like,
entertainment here.
Quality entertainment about all the weird trappings of a 92-year-old house and the things you have to do to try and get 92-year-old house working. There's cast iron plumbing in this house.
You probably got lead pipes too.
I was about to say, is it lead plumbing?
No, it's cast iron. The majority of this place is cast iron. Any of the new stuff that's put in is all copper. But I mean, that cast iron stuff is kind of crazy. It's been there for a long time and it still works perfectly fine. It's very odd. I guess they just made everything out of cast iron at one point because it was just good stuff.
So if you ever want to get some metals to sell, come raid Brett's Plumbing.
The copper's not going for much right now. Scrap iron in general is pretty bad.
I wonder why.
God, I'm getting old where I know that kind of shit.
I was just kind of like, I was
What's the
kinda
price
thinking,
per
I was like, how do you
aluminum
know
can? I don't think that's even a thing. I think it's just based off of per pound, and obviously an aluminum can is not a pound. So,
that? Do y'all think that kind of stuff is going to go away with older generations?
what do you mean?
Like taking cans to the aluminum place to recycle them?
I mean,
yourself
I think
for money?
recycling will probably become easier eventually, but I don't know.
I doubt people doing it like taking bags of can. You know, no one really just.
Oh, a lot of
Does it?
older people still do
Yeah.
that. They have those classic old kind of can crushers on their house, and they just pull it down and they throw
Yeah.
that shit in a bag, and they take it up there and get their $4 in fucking recycled aluminum. None of us is ever going to do that.
Dude, I've taken all sorts of fucking. I haven't recently.
Oh yeah,
But,
when
like,
we were
what-
struggling,
Yeah, no,
Absolutely.
yeah, you can go. Oh, you want to clear out all this, stuff for me? You can keep the scrap iron. Fuck, I guess. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. It's like the people, my old air units that were getting taken out here. Those are heavy, but scrap iron prices are so low. And I even said, I was like, once y'all get it out, y'all take it. I was like, if y'all haul it off, y'all can take it and keep the money. It's very little money.
Yeah, it's very little money now. And
I think
a lot
for
of it's
both
in
of
the
those, and they
cores,
had to
too.
unload them themselves too. It was like $20.
Like cores still do okay-ish, like old, like motor cores.
But my thing is like you have to have 6 to 7 bags of trash to get a couple bucks.
Oh yeah, dude, it's pretty
Why?
rough.
Yeah, like why do that?
But no, before when you take scrap iron, you're taking shit like old.
No, I'm talking about
talking
specifically.
about
I'm talking about
cans.
specifically old people who crush cans and
Yeah,
take
it's
bags
just
of
it's
cans.
the fact that if everyone did it, it'd be
It's,
fucking.
I think more than anything, they may have it just because they have a innate understanding of the value of recycling, and it's not even really about the money. I don't know. It could be about the money for them,
I wonder
or
how-
it could be about
I
something.
wonder how
to
much
do.
aluminum's in an aluminum can now. Like a Coke can compared to what if it's different.
Yeah, who knows? But I mean,
I
you gotta
think
think,
actually there's like a coating.
in an ideal world, everybody would be able to easily, and it's actually something I hope that happens here. I don't know what it's like in any other state. Texas is a little easier than Arkansas, but I really wish that they would provide a natural recycling thing to where all I'd have to do is just have a separate trash can for my recycle
Doesn't
bags.
Texas do that?
Texas does. Arkansas does not.
Yeah.
So
Arkansas just-
right now, and they provide
state.
you the recycling can. So if I had a separate can out there that was specifically for recycling, I'd buy a second trash can for in the house and just throw all my bottles and stuff away that's
Yeah.
recyclable in there. But it gets harder than that because it also has to be sorted. So it's like, well, even if you're putting glass and plastic and metal all in there in one trash can, then you put it out there, someone's still eventually having to go cycle through that. And I don't know how you'd be able to get it in a good spot.
Well, I'm cold as shit right
I
now.
mean, you're wearing a fucking long sleeve
I'm
shirt
gonna
with
bust-
another shirt
I'm gonna
underneath
bu-
it.
I'm gonna bust out this shirt.
With a
Is it a
shark
mo-
tooth on
is
a
it a-
necklace and a
and a
fucking
moon-
wolf in the
and a
moons. You look like the epitome of a dad. I kind of love it.
Just got me this shirt. For
I
Christmas,
still really
and
want
she
that-
made me this necklace too.
There's still that shirt.
Did
that-
she tell you
it's
that
not
she
shark
wanted
tooth,
you to
it's-
look like? I know it's not a shark tooth.
There's that John Raphael shirt of him like doing like his little howl thing, but it's like him and a moon, like those wolf style shirts are.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
Throwing it off.
I have not,
Dude,
but
it's organic cotton.
what's
It's from that.
what's non-organic?
It was only
cotton?
picked by 2 slaves and not 10.
Well, what I mean by that is what
It's
determines
like
whether
it's-
something is or
it's
isn't
not-
organic.
It's how it's made as opposed on the cotton is. You can feel it, and you felt the shirt
Well, no,
before.
like even like green beans. What makes an organic green
I
bean and a
don't fucking
non-organic? Like what? Because cotton grows out of the fucking ground. It's organic.
Yeah,
There's no way to keep it.
I want that shirt
That's
so
pretty
bad.
good. Yeah.
that is pretty good.
But that's the thing about organic.
I was gotten where I love shit like this. So this kind of shirt because it's fucking like yeah. And first,
But do you ironically
yeah,
love it?
here's the thing. That's what I was saying. It starts out ironic, and then it's going to get to where it's
becomes
like,
unironic.
Yeah.
Like the people who end up really liking skulls.
oh, like
and
my
they're "Fuck yeah,
my
dude, that
grandma
skull looks
brought me
dope."
a chest drawers full of old blankets, and I'll be damned if there wasn't like there was like a real Indian looking like that. That real thick, like not even fluffy, hard like old blanket.
Dude, there were some of
Like,
the warmest blankets.
Yeah, that's but that,
I don't know what the fuck you're talking
It's
I
like
have
a
to let
really
you feel it,
coarse
like
wool.
It's like almost like it's really weird. But then it has like the fucking Aztec-y pyramid, like the rectangles and fucking wolves.
It's almost
on
like
it and stuff.
rope. It's a soft rope.
Well, you know, my
almost.
grandma's like super Indian.
Yeah, no, yeah. So it's
Or I guess not super Native American. I can do that.
I'm 1/37 to 100th.
I'm actually like a 6th. Like she has it down. Like she has family tree shit. Like my grandpa was Indian. You wouldn't be surprised. It's kind of fucking weird that.
Why don't you just go give 23andMe an old sample of your blood so they can figure that out?
Yeah,
Let me
I
know.
should.
I don't trust it.
I don't trust
know
it
that
either.
sounds
But
dumb.
no, I'm talking about if we go by my grandma's family tree stuff and their
Yes,
math.
you
I'm a
should
6.
be a 6th.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
am I that type of white dude that goes, I'm a 6? I hardly ever mention it.
You just did.
I know because
You kind
we're
of
talking
cockily, like I'm a fucking 6th.
No. Hey,
I
you
know.
what?
No, I know.
No, it was
You trying to
this
get that free
conversation.
college? You trying
It's
to get that free
acrylic
college?
material.
Well, I was using it to describe how fucking Indian my grandma looks.
Well, I doubt the original was acrylic, but the way they
Well,
do it
yeah,
now is
most of them are probably
acrylic.
now. I mean, even then, they're probably just. It's probably a combination of thick wool and polyester.
But anyway,
It's coarse.
You've seen my grandma.
It gets
Yes,
everywhere.
I've seen your grandma.
It's almost weird. All she needs is some like turquoise and fucking sandals, and she'll be.
She could stand to be a little more tan, you know, like, but yeah.
Well, when she used to be a lot more tan when she was. You know,
Yeah, you
she
get
used to do
older,
she
thing
used to
is-
do contracting work. Like, sure enough, like hard man.
It's hard to.
Like,
It's
we're like,
hard and also not hard to imagine your grandmother that way. Like from seeing her, I could see her being a hard ass. Like,
oh, dude, she's tougher than I fucking am.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
bet.
mean, yeah.
Your dad scares me constantly but you know, so
Anyway, but yeah, dude, and then so it has wool shit on it. Me and Jeff's like, yeah, we're keeping that. That was pretty cool. And then there's another one that's like that woven with the little fluffy tills, whatever on the end.
on
of
the ends, where
Yeah.
it's like tied in a knot and then just comes
and
off.
it's like a little mini American flags and stuff in it. And I was like, this one's funny.
Oh man,
Like, watch it starts out unironic, and then
yeah, no, you're gonna start having that stuff around your house because you just start looking at it and you're like, I kind of like that. I'm gonna buy some more of it.
there has to be something that happens. Like, when we were at Redbone last night, there was a guy there. He was wearing.
Why does red bone sound like the equivalent of like, you know how like a light skinned black girl's a yellow bone? Red bone.
I've never heard that. That sounds.
You've
That
never
sounds
heard that?
racist as
There's a
shit.
fuck. Yeah,
no,
dude.
no, dude, that's the terminology
That
that,
sounds racist as
everyone
shit.
uses. It's called a yellow bone.
I don't know.
It's not considered a derogatory.
It might be.
thing.
Well, it
I
might.
don't know.
That might be. It's okay if they say it, but
Yeah.
not if you say it. Anyway, he was wearing camo. Like I was telling Jess that he was an older guy. He had a camouflage overalls on with just a normal like shirt, and then a camouflage Crocs. And I'm like, at some point, where do you reach that level of not giving a fuck? Does it gradually happen, or do you just wake up one day like, fuck it?
Hold on, is red, and I mean completely free of anything else, is red and yellow bone, like actual bone, a thing? Or is it the color of the marrow on the inside? Yes, it is. I did not realize that was a thing. Interesting. I didn't know marrow could be multiple colors.
That's how it starts, though. You always see something, you're like, that looks dumb, but then you use it like, this is practical, and then you use it enough, and you're like, I've gotten the practicality out of this thing that I ever could have wanted. And then somebody's like, that's dumb. Then you start defending it. You're like, you haven't used it yet. You need to use it.
Well, yeah, but then again, is that visually tied to anything? Because if you just find like an objective great use for a blanket that's got American flags all over it, but prior to that, you had no care for the American flag aesthetic. But then I think what he's
it's
talking
the
about,
color of it and stuff too. It looks old, like they
Yeah.
are old. It's interesting, you know.
Yeah, but what I mean by that is like there's times where people who just naturally get into one thing and then they start seeing it more often, you grow fond of it just by seeing it, even though at first you were like, "Oh, that's so gross," and I ironically like it because it's stupid.
And then like in 6 months, I'm wearing
keep
acid
seeing it, you're
wash
like,
wolf shirts.
I kind of really fucking like that. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's just a thing. I don't really understand how it happens.
I mean, it's
Or it
But-
could just be that the branding of that particular item is tied to that kind of style. So like say that clothing line right there that Blaze likes, say if it's the most comfiest shirt he ever has, but they only make wolf shirts. He don't care. He's wearing the most comfy
Yeah.
shirts he ever had.
no, the most comfiest shirts I ever had was that bamboo ones, but those are too rich for my blood. I'm too poor for that.
Okay, what the hell? There is an Urban Dictionary thing
go-
for Redbone.
That's 100% going to be racist.
It's actually not. Interestingly enough, but we won't go into that right now. It's just I don't know.
You know what we will go into?
What will we go into?
The outro. Thank you all for
Dude, no.
Well, I think he actually has to.
I have
Oh,
to
does
go.
he? Okay.
Yeah.
So whether we want to outro or keep going with just me and you, it's all different.
Y'all can keep going.
Different ball
Where are you going?
I gotta go eat.
Where are you eating at? I'm hungry.
I'm eating at my wife's family house. Sir.
Well, fuck
I'm
that.
eating at
How
my
big's your
wife's
table?
bottom.
Where you think I'm gonna eat 12 deviled eggs at?
12 deviled eggs, huh?
Hell yeah, that's the appetizer.
How many fingers of deviled eggs?
About 5.
I did not know that was a thing people did until today. I'm being dead serious. When y'all first started, I'm like, what, how many fingers did you drink? I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? 3 fingers? I was like, do you dip your finger in?
Some people do say that with it.
Knuckles? Well, then, hey, how many knuckles do you have? Do you have 3 knuckles or 2 knuckles? 3. Do you consider that a knuckle?
Oh, that all goes down to whether the hand is a knuckle or if that is a knuckle.
That's all. They're all knuckles.
See,
All right,
people
sure?
obviously call that knuckles.
You know what sucks? Is I paid for all that college, took AP anatomy during high school, and then
You don't
took
know a
anatomy.
damn thing.
I don't remember none of it.
Yeah.
Like, went to EMT school, flunked out of EMT school.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually went to EMT school?
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, once you get into that shit.
Would
and
you consider that you
Hey.
flunked out of it?
No,
or would
I
you
decided
consider
that
you
it was-
decided to get out of it?
Yeah, because really, man. No, once you see what kind of shit you have to deal with and see some of it and do like all those tests, all those clinicals, and I'm making like quite a bit more money at my job where I just don't do that fucking much compared to that. It's kind of a fucked deal. Me and Jess were talking about that yesterday actually because I think they should get paid.
Seesaw.
They should get paid more than nurses, in my honest opinion. Like, yeah, maybe they could have a little bit more schooling if you want to go that route. But dude, EMTs do a lot of shit.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And they
do.
see a lot. I mean, nurses do too. They all see a lot of shit. But nurses are there after it's cleaned up a little bit.
Oh, dude, there's so many parts of that thing, and it depends on. A lot of it comes down to your knowledge and what you can do, and that's really where the pay grade comes from. But like I used to talk about when I worked at the hospital down here, dude, I made $7.27 an hour,
And then had to do chest
and
compressions
I
on
had
people.
to keep people alive. That is
Yeah,
really
some
not
bullshit,
that
yeah.
is not something that you should not have to go home knowing that you might have been you may not have done a good enough job to keep someone alive for that little amounts of, you know what I mean? Like, and it's not saying that life should have a dollar value, but if you've got to deal with that the level of stress that creates should have some kind of extra benefit. It should not be some bare minimum job where you're having to run around and try and keep people alive. It's a very weird.
And a lot
thing.
of those EMTs end up physically hurt because the way they described it to me in the school was the biggest people in town you're not going to see walking around the Walmart who you think is the biggest people in town.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest ones can't get through their fucking door.
Yeah. Absolutely. And because I thought the same thing when I started working there and you start seeing them and I have to transport everybody to like CAT scan and stuff. It was weird. It was like, oh my God. And you're having to have 6 or 7 people lift someone up just to get them over. And sometimes it's people who are just frail. Sometimes it's that you have to have 6 or 7 people to do it because it keeps them safe. Because it's people who are so tiny that you've got to be careful with them so you don't hurt them. Healthcare is a very odd business. I appreciate people who get into it because it's necessary.
Well, I mean, it's just weird the difference in pay scales for certain things. Because, like I said, EMTs, if they got paid because I don't know what they go now, but like when I was in EMT school, they'll tell you about, hey, you start out about $15 an hour.
Mm-hmm. And that differs between the area you're in and the demand.
And then the demand, and a lot of them can't find jobs. Like around here, there took a couple of them I knew several years.
Yeah.
To get in.
Well,
that's
because
usually like the shit shift.
Well, that's one of those things where for some reason, like this happens in every career that suddenly gets a boost. Like graphic design got a weird boost, and suddenly there's a ton of people going through for graphic design.
Well, it's because there was a ton of people who are good artsy and good at computers.
Yeah.
That I can do it. And then even if they're not good or not, there's
and they find out that it's a job that normally makes a lot of money. So then way too many people go into it. It gets oversaturated with people to do it. And then it gets to a point where even if you're good at it, it's just even if you're
demand,
there's no demand for it. So it's a weird thing, and that same thing can happen.
And then that's more people that can do it themselves at that point.
Yeah, because there's a ton of nurses, and of course there's always going to need to be nurses, but there's a lot of people who are trained to be nurses who don't even do nurse work. It's one of those things. It happens with people who are trained to be pharmacy people, and then they just end up leaving that because it gets oversaturated. It's a common thing in a lot of different industry as they start to blow up. Can you imagine the motherfuckers who were like, guess what? I'm going to leave my entire family behind and go to California to get gold. Take all the time to get there, and then you get there, there's no more gold. Fuck! Yeah. It happens. There's people who go through a long period to get to a point where they can do something. By the time they can do it, the demand for that job is gone, or it's just...
That's right, kids. Go into manual labor. Work with big equipment.
Go to a trade school.
Yeah.
If you want to go to college, but don't go to college just because you think you're supposed to.
Yeah.
That's essentially where I'll leave it, because there's a lot of people
sucks.
that do that. I didn't go to college, I'm doing
I did,
all right.
but-
I mean, I didn't graduate college.
Me neither.
I don't have a degree.
Yeah.
I went to college for like, what, 4 classes?
Oh.
I don't remember how many you did.
I did about 3 years worth of college.
I did none of my basics.
I did 2 years of basics and then a year
Actually,
year of EMT school.
American history is probably a basic. So I guess I did 1 basic class and then 3 that were just completely.
I did 2 years of basics
Fun.
and 1 year of EMT school.
College can be fun. Go to community college too if you can't afford anything more than that.
No, don't let people talk shit on it.
Yeah, community college was fun. I went and learned how to record some stuff. That was fun. How to make some websites. Also fun.
Mm-hmm.
Good times. But I guess we are going to leave this off. And
Lead us out, Saul. Yeah, our shitty podcast and
all right, guys. Gonna give a quick thanks to our patrons who support the show. If you like what we're doing over here, go over to YouTube and you can watch us there if you're listening to us, or if you're listening to us, or if you're watching us and want to listen to us only, you can go over and find us on podcast services. If you like the show, give us a rating. Let us know what you do like about it. If you don't, also give us a rating. Tell us what you hate about it. And of course, if you want to support us, go over to patreon.com/Nartech and see what we got going on, where you can find me and Saul also on our other podcast, which is not so adult oriented and it's more family friendly, of PlayStation and gaming in general. It's called Triangle Square, the PlayStation
what was
podcast.
adult oriented about this episode?
Nothing at all. 3 fingers.
I thought it was the.
Thanks, guys. Thanks to our patrons, Dan Barber, Josh Jarrell, Matthew Green. My name is Dan, Douglas Below, Sean Santarud, Eric McAllister, Matt Sycamore, Funk Turkey, Danny Villalobos, Shadowist, Steven Salazar, The Stonard, Travis Below, Eduardo Palomino, Stefan Swanlin, Coy Live, Philip Laguerre, Corey Hickerson, Solitary Red, Brian, Donovan Williams, William Digital Spooker, Derek Porter, Josh Ayers, Brandon Edwards, Sean 1 Neo, Tyler Powers, Dylan Kirby, and Sam Coffin. Thank you.